2.
Tin Kyunggishan Dojian.
All right, so here we are. It is time for game number 3 between these two teams, NSHoSeo and Dignitas. Dignitas' representative is the well-known and well-beloved Terran player down here in the bottom right-hand corner. He is SeleCT. His opponent here on Antigua Shipyard, cross positions in the upper left-hand corner. From Team NSHoSeo, that is Sage.
Yes, and a lot of you probably know already, but in case you didn't, SeleCT has one of the best singing voices of any pro gamer out there. He is awesome. IPL 3 at the after party, he sang Seal's, wasn't it Kissed by a Rose? Is that the name of the song?
And
I don't know.
Cats did Andrea Bocelli. He
actually
did a
right,
very admirable job. Cats and SeleCT could have a second career as a singing duo.
We've got a lot of talent in the pro gaming world, don't we? Yeah. A lot of singing talent specifically.
Yeah, no kidding.
So should be on American Idol. You know, you and Destiny could play piano
or
something like that.
Because you don't ever want to hear me sing. I'll just throw that out there.
Well, that's why I said piano.
Yes.
But, yeah.
I don't think you've ever had the misfortune of hearing me sing quite yet.
I could play the maracas.
Awesome.
Or the triangle, maybe.
Necessary for every
or
mariachi band.
The little thumb cymbals. Yeah.
Play for me, monkey. Play.
Those are hand cymbals. I meant the little, you know, like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I got you covered.
Those monkeys always freak me out, man.
Yeah. Red eyes.
I'm just going to get serious for a second now. Those things are freaky.
Yes.
There's nothing even funny about those.
Well, I think they're hysterical now.
I'm like feeling uncomfortable just thinking about him.
SeleCT, gasless FE. He is bypassing gas right now as he has his first racks coming up at the front.
That's correct.
Sage, on the other hand, nothing out of the ordinary. First gas and gateway all coming up at the same time, not doing any sort of a super aggressive Nexus first.
Yeah, so pretty normal openings from both of these guys, as you mentioned here. We'll see how much of a jerk this probe wants to be when he comes in. But he might just do the honorable thing and just scout and look at things instead of try to prevent buildings from being made.
Oh, no, he's coming back. He wants to prevent this building from being made. SeleCT, though, pulling off of building that barracks to start.
I like that. That's a neat little move by SeleCT. The barracks was almost finished, but he popped it off just to kind of trap the probe in there. That's pretty cool. Look at that SCV building in all the right places, apparently.
And that is actually turning the tables on the probe there.
The probe's days are numbered now. How do you like? Oh, the Marine pops out the wrong side.
Well, looks like SeleCT doesn't actually know that this was cross positions only because he did scout top right first. And of course, he's not going to find anything there, as we all know.
Yeah.
And let's see, makes his way into his opponent's base now, where there is a second gas coming up, but doesn't suggest anything other than an expand build right now.
Yeah, command center on the low ground as well for SeleCT.
Wow.
Should be pretty safe doing that, I would say.
Oh, yeah. I mean, on this map, a couple of bunkers up at the front, you can actually guard this whole choke point. Whether you want to build it as far forward as the ramp, even a little bit farther than that, you're still pretty safe.
Yeah, in general, I mean, there's not a whole lot to worry about. First Stalker already on the way for Sage. Might decide to do some poking with it. Just going to kind of look around, make sure there's not any sort of weirdness going on, and then kind of push on over to the other base. If you don't see gas when you scout as Protoss, you can usually walk right up to the front because, you know, then if they don't have a bunker, you can maybe kill off a couple Marines with some good micro, and if they do have a bunker, you can just pull away, you know, and not lose anything but shields. But if you do see gas, something I've heard a lot from a lot of Protoss pros and a lot of people I talk to, that you don't want to really go too much beyond the Zelnaga tower on this map. You want to poke up to about there, maybe a little bit farther, but if you go farther, you run the risk of getting hit with concussive shell or something.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, but this map, Sage is free to kind of walk however he wants to.
And that SUV has to think it's the luckiest SUV ever because it just slipped right on by the defenses of that Stalker up at the front, who's now patrolling back and forth and doesn't realize that there's an SUV kind of checking out everything. No, SeleCT, no! And he's going to get shot down in a second. But anyway.
That's sad.
SeleCT doing a very SeleCT-ish build. 1 racks gasless FE, second and third racks on the way, and he put up 2 gas at the same time. He is the kind of guy who usually likes going for very heavy medevacs, but this is very typical SeleCT right now.
Yeah, well, if you do that, you can either do what SeleCT is doing and get the engineering bay pretty quickly and go for that fast +1 weapons. Otherwise, if you get the 2 gas fast, a lot of times you'll see pros go for a timing that lines up stim and combat shields at the same time.
Definitely.
So, SeleCT opting for the upgrade style. Pretty normal, I mean, with how he prefers to play. And it looks like some more gateways going up for Sage, and that Stalker is going to need to run for it. Nice control there.
Yeah, very nice.
Wow, not losing any health at all on there. Really nice control from Sage.
Yep, sees it at just the right time. Is a probe buried on the left-hand side? For what purpose, I'm not aware yet. Maybe just pre-sending down that probe to drop down forward
Chilling out.
pylons. We do actually have a Twilight Council coming up for Sage right now, as he is on his just 2 gates. So, oh no, I'm sorry, 3rd gate is just finished up. So 3 gates, Twilight Council, and Robo all set together.
And you know, we have actually seen more Protoss players going for a blink play in TVP lately. It's something that kind of fell out of style for a while, but on maps like this, it can do pretty well. And against an opponent that's not going to have concussive shells really early or stim extremely early, you can maybe get in there and do a little bit of harassment with that. So he might be planning on something different, but with that Twilight Council, I would imagine it probably is some sort of blink play. Did he cancel that, or did that just finish already?
Let's see here.
Actually, yeah, it just finished. Okay.
Let's see. For Blink?
No, I mean the Twilight Council.
Oh,
itself.
the Twilight
there's
Council.
Blink.
Yeah. Blink's coming
Okay.
up right now. Yep, and he's adding on his
Ta-da.
4th gate while poking at the front with a few stalkers.
Yeah.
But
that observer as well. I think
Certainly.
Select should be okay with this. I think he kind of knows that this type of thing is fairly common on this map. He sees there's a lot of stalkers being produced,
Yep.
and he should have stim and plenty of time to hold this kind of thing off.
I agree with you, and he does also have +1 coming up as well.
Ooh.
Probe gets picked off, the probe that was throwing down forward pylons. Of course, one is buried here beneath the destructible debris on the left-hand side of Select's base, and we see it warping in some stalkers right now.
Yep.
So what is our unit count at? We have 6 stalkers, 2 sentries up against, 12 Marines and 2 Marauders. But, of course, as we know, Select, of course, moving into medevacs very quickly.
Yeah, that is correct. And so a little bit of aggression coming in from Sage. Kind of a bummer to lose that probe, because it sure helps when you could put those pylons a little bit closer. In fact,
Yeah.
probably see him bring another probe down if he wants to really go through with it, but
Certainly.
maybe not. Looks like he's just going to pressure. Oh, yeah, there's a
Oh,
probe.
wait,
Oh,
there
but he
is
loses
one.
that one, too.
Wow, very nice job by Select, though, to be aware of where those
Ouch.
likely spots are. He's offering up
Yeah.
an SCV in the middle as consolation. Says, you can take this one. It's okay.
even got minerals in its
I
hand.
know.
That's
That's its offering.
That's a 55 mineral SCV right there, man. I mean, that's...
Uh-oh.
Nice.
But that's a blink into the main. It looks like it's going to pick
oh,
off
is
this
he
tech
gonna get
lab.
combat shields?
Yes, he does. It
Nice.
looks like Select going to run in with a
Oh!
few units now, and one medevac actually goes down.
Wow.
Loss of no stalkers, I believe.
That was really great for Sage. I mean, he killed the medevac, he killed the tech lab that was researching combat shields. That really couldn't have gone a whole lot better. I mean,
Wow, and Sage is going to
Yeah.
make his way right through the front. This bunker taking a little bit of damage. That's enough to poke Sage back at the moment, it appears.
yeah. I wonder if you would have noticed that the... don't blink up there. I wonder if you would have noticed that only one of the bunkers was occupied if he would have just gone for it.
Oh, good little win there for
might.
Select as well.
Yeah,
He
I guess
picks
he
off the Observer, and you are correct. One of the bunkers goes down. SCVs are pulled off the line. They're going to need a repair right now. Getting the repair, and it looks like
Yep.
they will successfully get it in time. One Stalker falls. Nothing really went down for Select, and now he's starting to pursue with his Bioforces.
Yep, big stem from Select there. That's going to use up a lot of that early medevac energy, and he
Yeah.
only got 1 Stalker, I believe. So Select under a little bit of pressure here now. Meanwhile, back at Sage Land, things going pretty normal here. He's getting his upgrades. He's moving into Colossi as he takes his 3rd. And he knows that he'll be in a pretty good position to defend any sort of aggression that's coming across the map from Select. The only thing he needs to worry about is Select's amazing control.
Yes.
But we'll see what happens.
Poke here inside of the middle.
Oh, man. Oh!
Whoa.
Wow,
That
big
could have been
miscontrol.
very bad. Oh, Sage actually holds back to pick off 1 Marauder and loses 3 Stalkers in return.
Oh, man, and you actually saw a move command into the army of Select for a
Yeah.
second there. Huge misclick there from Sage. That cost him heavily, and now he may actually have to cancel this 3rd. He's not going to have his first Colossus out in time, I don't think.
Right.
His upgrades aren't looking that great. So, yeah, I think this 3rd base might be in a bit of trouble.
I definitely agree with you. Now, Select does use stims liberally, so let's see if he moves up. Yes, he does. Now, it looks like the pylon goes down. This Nexus
Goodbye.
is sure to be canceled here in just a second,
Yeah,
and there it is.
Yep. They need to cancel those pylons as well, but not just losing them, actually.
Wow, it's 200 free resources there for Select.
Oh, Select just making some really good decisions here, and NSHoSeo just making the tiniest of mistakes, but that can come out big here. A
Yeah,
lot
definitely.
of energy built up in those sentries.
Let's see if the Zealots can actually do anything. No, they were actually trapped behind force fields
Oh,
there. Not
wow.
the best of force fields, actually, and Select was able to completely get around those. Looks like he wanted to bait some units back, but that's not going to be enough. A lot of sentries are going to die. We have a few more reinforcements making their way out for Select as well, and Sage is starting to lose a lot of stuff, now down by 30 supply.
Yeah, the last of the sentries getting taken out here. He does have Blink. I don't know if Select is quite going to have enough. Looks like he won't. He needs to pull back and join up with his reinforcements.
Oh!
He gets the Colossus, too.
Wow.
You see, you just cannot give any sort of leeway to a player like Select. He will take advantage of every little flaw. And, yeah, he has got Sage in a bad position right now. This is a bit of a risk from Select, but I like it. I
think
like
it's good.
the boldness.
Yeah, definitely, because you can pick off this robotics facility, and if that goes down, that's pretty much lights out for
Awesome.
Sage. There it goes.
Really, really nice moves from Select.
Oh, wow, and he can't even engage this army that's straight up here, much less have any continued production. Twilight Council is going to fall as well,
Yep.
so no Templar tech for a while. A second Twilight Council was actually started right away. Thermal Lance is about to finish, but no Colossi to actually take advantage of that. These relatively fragile Stalkers
That
now
is
just
gonna
dying
be
in
it,
mass.
man.
GG!
GG.
Select has taken a game back from NSHoSeo, and now it's 2-1, moving into game number 4.
Yeah, really, really well played
Oh,
by
yeah.
Select. That was awesome.